Welcome to this week's edition of David's Question of the Week. David, how does middle mile fiber directly enable better outcomes for rural internet providers and last mile providers?
Well, that question can be answered in two parts, actually. The first part is, what outcomes are we looking for? As last mile folks, we're looking for the ability to connect people, to connect communities. How is that made possible? Well, in the old world, a world without a state network, without MFM, that's only made possible through a mosaic, if you will, of connections amongst all the cooperatives and all the phone companies in New Mexico. And there was a system in place for that, a system of ordering, a system of coordinating, a system for pricing. And it took years for people to be able to master that and be good at that. The folks that knew how to navigate that system were highly valued. That's the world before state networks and before broadband and before the world that exists today. And so today, that value is pushed forward through a New Mexico fiber network, because New Mexico fiber network makes those connections for anybody that needs them. For example, a member company that would need to connect its community member to somebody at the other side of New Mexico doesn't need to necessarily go through 3 phone companies to get there, or even 2 more. A member that needs to connect to Washington, D.C., for example. They might have a business going on over there, a new business venture of some sort, or any one of our states' domestic side in the United States. If a member wants to connect to those, they don't need to coordinate, wrestle with the old system to try to get a connection over there. Ultimately, what that means is it's a lot less cost. For every piece of the mosaic that you had to travel through to get to the other side and make that final connection, there's a cost associated with that. With New Mexico Fiber Network and our exclusive partnership with Indetel, which we value very much, you're able to connect to NMFM and just let everything go and let NMFM handle it. And that's a huge benefit for our member companies and the communities they serve. They connect directly.
Connection fuels opportunity. And at NM Fiber Network, we're building the backbone that makes that possible. Thanks for joining us for David's Question of the Week. Till next time, stay connected, stay curious, and for more information, go now to nmfibernetwork.com.